Hi, I'm Gary Wheat, and I just want to spend the next few moments with you, just sharing some counsel and some things that I've learned by experience. And I just want to say thanks to Jordan for allowing me to be part of this library. I love this. I believe in iron sharpening iron. So over the next few minutes, if you will, let me just share some things that I hope and pray that will help you. You know, in ministry, there are seasons where we are in one position and then we feel called to a different position. And I just want to talk to you just for the next few moments about arrivals and departures, arriving right and leaving right. And so this is something that I've learned. I've served with three different pastors, and then I've served in two lead pastor positions at churches, and I'm grateful and thankful that they taught me how to come in right and also depart well too. So let me just share with you just some things to remember. First of all, when you're arriving at a new ministry assignment, because it's going to take place. God gives us assignments and we're going to land in that spot. So first of all, just remember to be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to oversell yourself. Just be yourself. Because you are better when you are you than you are when you're trying to be someone else. So God made you the way you are for a reason. So when you're arriving, just be yourself. The second thing when you arrive at your ministry assignment, be patient. I know that this is hard because you're ready to get going. You're ready to change things. You're ready to conquer that next mountain. But be patient, if you will. Just take it one step at a time. The Bible says the steps of the righteous are ordered of the Lord. So take steps and not quantum leaps. Be patient. And that leads me to the next point. While you're being patient, be sure to take time to listen to people. Listen to people. I know we as ministers, we like to talk a lot. But I'm telling you, if you will be patient and take your time and listen to people, you'll learn a lot. First, you'll learn their heart. You'll learn what they're passionate about, what they feel like their purpose is. But then you'll also hear and listen and learn their hurts, past hurts, current hurts, things that you don't want to do that will bring hurt on them. But take time to listen to people. When you listen to people, you'll hear what they enjoy. You'll hear memories. You'll hear history. You'll hear things that work, things that didn't work, things that you can get by with, things that you can't get by with. So take time to listen to people. And then the next thing is not only take time and listen to people, but under promise and over deliver. You know, it's funny because I've seen this take place at the college football level, especially here in Arkansas, when we were going through coaches. Every one of them promised, if you will, they promised either an SEC championship or a national championship, and that's what they're promising in their words that they speak. And within 2 years, we're paying them a lot of money to leave. We're buying out their contract because they overpromised, but they weren't able to deliver. And so be sure to underpromise and overdeliver, and people will appreciate that. John Maxwell wrote a book called Developing the Leader in You, Inside of You. And in that book, he talks about the 5 levels of leadership. And that's the 5th thing that you need to remember when you're arriving at your ministry assignment. It's the 5 levels of leadership. And I'll go through them just quickly, but I really encourage you, if you haven't heard that lesson or read that book, I highly encourage you doing so. The first level is position. People will follow you because you are the pastor. You're the youth pastor. It's your position. They follow you because they have to. Now, you can lead from this position, but it won't be very long. So you need to move to the next level, and that's the level of permission. And that is when you begin to build relationships. People follow you because they want to. They like you. They believe in you. And then production. That's the 3rd level. And this is results. People begin to follow you not just because they have to and they like you, but you get things done. And so what you've done for the organization, what you've done for the church, people will follow you for that reason, and that's production. The 4th level is people development, and that's reproduction. It's when you begin making disciples. People begin to follow you because of what you've done for them. And this is such a high honor when people begin to follow you for that reason. And then the last level is personhood. Now, this level takes longevity. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, but it's the respect level. And people follow you for who you are and what you represent. And so that's what you want to strive to do. So I highly recommend, if you haven't gone through and learned those 5 levels of leadership, definitely do so, because when you arrive at your next ministry assignment, of course, that will help you even now, but it will definitely help you in your next ministry assignment. So real quick review. Number 1, be yourself. Just be who God made you to be. Number 2, be patient. Take your time. It'll be okay. Number 3, take time to listen to people and listen for their heart. And then number 4, under promise and over deliver. And number 5, remember those 5 levels of leadership that John Maxwell talks about. So definitely arrive in the right way. But there's going to become a day, more than likely, that you're going to feel God leading you to another ministry assignment. So just as important as it is for us to arrive properly, we also need to leave or depart properly as well. So let me give you 4 quick things to remember when you are leaving your current ministry and going to another ministry assignment. First of all, leave in a way that you can be asked to come back. I am so thankful. It's by the grace of God, really, because no one taught me these things. But the 3 pastors that I served, and even the other church that I pastored, I know that, well, in fact, all of them have asked me to come back. And so I'm so grateful for that. So when I left in a way that when they were having a special service or they wanted someone to come preach, they said, hey, let's ask Gary to come back and speak. And it was such a celebration to go back. So leave in a way that you will be asked and can be asked to come back. Number 2, sit down with your pastor that you are leaving and make an exit strategy with him. Sit down, share time frame that's best for your current church and the church or ministry assignment you're going to, and just be open. And so sit down and work out an exit strategy with your pastor. Make sure communication lines are open during that transition time. I know it may sound a little awkward and it may be a little awkward, but I'm telling you, you won't regret it, but also your current pastor will appreciate it very much. Number 3, leave with character and integrity no matter what. Now, let's be honest, not every transition is because of a good situation. Unfortunately, we have to transition under difficult circumstances. But I want to encourage you, no matter what the circumstances are, do not compromise your character and do not compromise your integrity. Take the high road every single time. There was one time that we were going through a transition, and it really wasn't easy. It was a difficult transition. And I told someone that we were talking about this, and I said, I always want to take the high road, no matter how hard it is. And they came back a few days later and they said, Pastor, you said take the high road, but this high road sure is bumpy. And it is bumpy, but I guarantee you, the longer you take the high road, the smoother it becomes. It's bumpy at first, but it smooths out the longer that you take the high road. And then lastly, and this last one's a little bit more difficult these days because of social media and technology, but I always ask those that are transitioning out from our staff that when you leave. I know it's hard. You've built relationships. People love you and you love people. But I ask the people that transition out if they would give us at least 3 months, because what that does, it gives people where you are currently at time to breathe and try to catch their breath. But it also, the person that's coming in after you, it gives them time to get going. And that can't happen if we're always calling people and asking them out for lunch or dropping in all the time. I'm not saying forever, but I like to ask 3 months. Now if someone calls you, you can't ignore them. That's totally different. I'm talking about you reaching out to them. Now you'll be invited back, definitely. But, that first 3 months, you're trying to get into your new position assignment, and they're trying to search for someone to come in, God's man to fill that position assignment. So just when you leave. And at least for 3 months. And I believe that it will definitely make a huge difference. Don't go back and hang out and, for the first 3 months. Just give space. Hey, these are just some things that I hope that will help you. become more effective in your ministry, and some things that you can kind of marinate on. So when the next time the Lord gives you a new ministry assignment, you can arrive properly and you can also depart properly as well. Hey, thank you for spending these moments with me, and I'm excited for what God has for your future. God bless you.